difference between this team right now and the team that took the field against the Woodlands?
Experience. Experience in the offensive line. Our defensive kids have been pretty good all year long. It's just, and they played pretty well against the Woodlands. We just turned the ball over 5 times, and you can't do that against a good football team. But, that's experience in the offensive line, and getting right into the second level is important.
It's a very aggressive defensive line with a lot of talent on their unit. Your offensive line was trucking the way over 300 yards on the ground for the team tonight. Talk to me about this offensive line.
Well, like I said, I'm proud of them and the way they've grown up, and I'm proud of our coaches and the job they've done. They did a heck of a job on both sides of the football, and you got to be proud of the effort our kids gave too.
You had a reverse pass play that you guys used. You're smiling a little bit to take the lead in that game. Talk to me about that play.
Well, it's something we work on, and we knew we had to have a momentum changer. We still were running the football and doing well, but we made a great call, and we made a great pass, a great catch.
Can you talk a little bit more about Rodney's game?
Sorry. I was going to ask you the same thing. Game Rodney, I understand. He's had so many great games here, but this has got to rank right up there.
Well, it does. The past month and a half, the kid's been running like a man possessed, and he put us in. As I said, it was his time, and he put us on his back, and we were with him. And I'm proud of him, and I'm proud of the effort our fullbacks got, and our quarterback made a play down there. And the little kid's a heck of a little competitor.
Overall thoughts on this victory, because this is a game that everybody was pointing to for a year now. It almost had a state championship type of atmosphere, and it just got to be a special win. I know you want 2 more, but this is a special win.
Well, it is special. Anytime you can win the Houston area, there are a lot of great football teams in the area. It's the next step in the process, and we got to get ready for next week now. But I'm thankful we get to play next week.
Gary, you mentioned last year in the state title game when things started to unravel, you didn't like the way the team responded. So many guys are back from that team. When Manvel evened the score, what was it like for you to see the way that your team responded?
Well, they responded like champions. They responded like you want them to respond. They bowed their neck, and they didn't panic. And like I said, it's a great deal for them. They get to go in there and celebrate with them in the dressing room.
Thanks, Coach.
That's good. Thanks a lot, Coach. Congrats.
Thanks.
Rodney, terrific effort today. I mean, your performance just yet again one for the ages. Talk to me about what was working so well with this offense as a whole between Garrett and your offensive line, everybody.
They're a really tough team coming into this game, and we just knew that we had to keep wearing on them and doing what we do and playing our type of football. The scout defense did a great job preparing us in practice for what they had, and our offensive line did an outstanding job this game, and my fullbacks, they did a great job too. I mean, without them, I couldn't do anything.
Angel Verdejo wants me to thank you for making his job a little easier to meet his deadline. But, they came out, they tied the ball game. Their defense had been off the field for a good 35, 40 minutes. They were rested. They had the momentum. You guys marched down the field, took control of the game. Talk to me about that drive and what was said going into it.
We just knew that we had to buckle down and just play our type of football and do what we do. And, it was a dogfight at the beginning, but we really just pulled together, and our coaches did a great job gathering us up, and the leadership on the team did a great job. We just pulled together and came through.
What is the difference between this team right now and the team that played the Woodlands?
The team that played the Woodlands, we were young. We were, we had a lot of learning to do, and the offensive line has some growing up to do. The backfield has some growing up to do. But we came in practice, and we just we went to work, and we just did what we knew we had to do.
When this game started, everyone was talking about Manvel's offense. Your defense did a great job. Talk about what it was like to watch what your defense did with this offense.
Our defense is outstanding. To contain the quarterback as dangerous as Derek King. He's a great player, and for our defense to come in and challenge him like that, it's a great thing.